And welcome back. It's Shay Seeking. I'm back to finish this video. So I'm just gonna get right in to it. Alright. I'm trying to still remember that damn movie so I fell asleep. It's like when I fall asleep, somebody's doing like a head dive or something. Or trying to get me to forget something, but Source always give me something a little bit better. Alright. Alright, so we got a secure foundation with pregnancy here. All right, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm hearing. I don't know if there's like a secret. I just heard the song Newlyweds or something, but we did get the other day that the honeymoon phase is already over. So I don't know. I'm just getting something twisty, turny with the TNT here. Somebody could have, with that father figure, somebody could have killed this father figure of this Taurus, a group of people or somebody. Maybe it's these wolves in sheep clothing, these people that's in the dark. I feel like this Christ coming in the clouds energy is in, well, he's in color, but I don't know. This is like a rider stealth, like somebody sitting in a Trojan horse, because if you saw this horse running through, you wouldn't see this man on the other side. You wouldn't, he's not on the horse the right way. And you see these Targaryen trees here? They're like this person is going fast, whatever this is. This might be some fast communication or action here. I don't know, somebody could be trying to hurry up and go tell a story or change a story or, try to take something and make it into something. I don't know what it is, okay? Because my thinking pattern in that movie got thrown all the way up at the end of it. But I think I figured it out. Because you got to see the real colors. With the dad not even saying much at the end, you got to see the real colors of the dad. That he was like narcissistic and he really didn't care about those girls. And he really didn't care about as much as they cared for him. And they didn't care about the woman. It didn't seem like he cared about the woman as much. It's like almost like he was playing the situation with the daughter to make her look like a killer. So when this killing happened, or like all my friends are dead, push me to the edge, right? But the look that she was giving him on the way out was kind of like, I don't know, it was like a sexual look. So I don't know, the movie was kind of perverted a little bit, okay? A lot of stuff just hit. I never seen a movie end like that. Okay, but I don't even keep talking about it until we're going to talk about it. Okay? Yeah, somebody was saying that somebody is the devil here. And that's in reverse. This might have something to do with these antichrist, anti-Bible, anti-religious groups here. Okay? I saw this girl doing a video on the Bible or something like this, but everything is in the Bible. All these forms of witchcraft, paganism, it's all there. So that's to somebody that's not supposed to, well, they're not supposed to know, or they would go off of their ignorance and be haughty and possibly attack a chosen one. These might be people that know like a God energy, a little g God energy, or a leader to some occult or practice or something. And then they have also their belief in their self and who they are as gods and goddesses or whatever they want to call themselves. But again, it's all in there. Because again, I'm not someone that looks at the religious aspect. I just know what the word is, and that word is the story of my family, other people's family, and it's the word that has something to do with the history of America and possibly other lands, or other people from other lands that were in America are who these troops, who these groups and these tribes and stuff is. Okay. So I don't know. I'm hearing something like like whatever marriage or whatever this is illegal anyway. somebody has done something. I mean, this could be like jumping over the broom in 2023. You know what I'm saying? This could be like somebody tried to recreate the narrative, like somebody getting married on like my anniversary is the 23rd. I ain't gonna really say which month, but you know, somebody could have redid this and tried to redo a marriage on my anniversary. They could remember we seen those cards the other day. I said there's that blue dress because that was the same color blue that was in my marriage, and I'm like something, but it was in reverse. So I feel like somebody tried to recreate my life. Okay, they may have been in the trenches with a relationship or something like this for a long time. This person could have been looking for me or seeking me out, but due to witchcraft and mind control, this person could have went back in with this friend. Because this makes me think this is a secondary group of people. Okay, these could be the forever youngers that are clones. Okay, that don't make the call. All right, and even if they not clones, if they coming up against me, they still don't make the call. Okay, it's almost like these people dearly departed me, even family members and friends that was in that time, and they started their own thing, some underground thing. And somebody could have did something bad here, like a murder or something, and try to pin it on me. And they use technology and AI to create a narrative around or mind control and brainwashing to keep me out of the loop as to what was going on with this takedown or this shakedown of America. Okay. So I do feel like this has something to do with Mexico versus America. And in the streets, it seems like Mexico and the cartels is leading here. I feel like it goes a lot deeper. People try to make it about something else until you see that this is about race, or you see it is about nationality. You see it is about who's got proper standing on the land and who don't. Who really call the shots and who trying to. You know, who calling the shots because the lioness was asleep. Who, you know what I'm saying? If these are the regal or royal bloodlines of Judah is, you know, who are these people to exclude the son or the king? And it's almost like Cinderella, like and when her father passed away, yeah, he had that wife or something like this in the evil stepsisters. But again, in this, I feel like this has rights when it goes to a higher power or a higher source. So I'm not the one. I'll be like, I'm the king now. Get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and deal with abuse. You know what I'm saying? In slavery in my own fucking kingdom. I mean, are you crazy? Okay. So this secure foundation, somebody could be adding a third party here. All right. With this union here. So somebody could be pregnant here. Okay. And then somebody could be just starting a union here. All right. But I feel like there's some devil energy that was a devil when you was 15, or when they, because this 15 keeps showing up right here on this Taurus, and somebody saying that they're your friend. So somebody is trying to, this devil is trying to act like they're a friend, but it could be a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's either somebody that this person let in or somebody that's connected to this person that's trying to pull some rank or something over. And again, with this Sundance, this person was, it seemed like whoever this is right here, with where the tourist was, this person was hanging on this cross. They didn't know what was going on. Maybe a couple people came to look at this person hanging on this cross, watch you in your house while you was in a lower mindset, forced by microwave frequencies, okay? Somebody could have opened up a channel for you to see for a little while and then closed it back up once you started. They didn't think that you would be able to come up or grow. And so once they saw somebody doing that, they shut it down. But the whole agenda was to try to have control or over power over this Yeshua or Christ energy or this God. This is the energy where somebody know they birthed a whole God. And their whole plan since I was born was to keep me in a low caste mindset, not being able to tap into the higher frequency to know what's going on around me. And then again, I feel like this feminine energy could be a friend or a sister, came in and tried to manipulate the situation, but I feel like a father figure has died and put this is put this person amongst those people because they've been in the underworld or in the dark with these people for so long. Is put this person in a position of some type of authority with these people here. But I feel like it's not proper. It's not proper. It's like a division of two worlds. Like somebody created like a parallel world here. And they feel like they sealed the deal here. Just recently. It's almost making me think about the Sully and Unsullied, how she said when they catch them, why do they castrate them? So somebody could have been affected by this, or a group of people could have been affected by this. All right. So again, this could be catching somebody and actually doing genital mutilation. But again, genital mutilation is also like cutting somebody off from their gene pool or something like this. It doesn't only have to do with like castration. Even though I'm seeing a verse in that, I'm seeing something in that movie where the boy had died. The young man had died. Okay. And I don't know why maybe it's just something I need to say right now. But the girl that was seeing ghosts, okay, or seeing, people from the other side, when she was kissing him or something, she noticed something on his back, right? And then she touched his back and she was like, what's wrong with your back or whatever? And when he turned around, his back was all disfigured and everything and broken and stuff. It just so happened that day they was in the store and they seen this boy in the store in town, and the stepmother, or the woman that was working her way into the man's life, she ended up it was a caretaker that was taking care of her mother, and she went from taking care of her mother to taking her mother out of the house. Hold on, I'm doing something. Her mother was really sick or whatever, and they had a huge house, but the woman that was taking care of her didn't want her in the house anymore, so she put her outside. So she cast the mother out into the pool house or whatever. And she went to the puppy store or whatever, and she got a dog bell and wrapped it around her mother's wrist. And at that time, she was already, the daughter had walked in and found out that the mom was out there sick, cast out and sick, and that this woman was sleeping with her dad in his office. All right. So she got mad and she was going to do something to the house. But before she could, her sister had accidentally knocked down a candle in the pool house. And when her sister saw that she was mad and she was about to go up there and do something stupid, she was like, just stay here with mom or whatever. And when she went back inside with her mother, I guess something struck some gasoline or something, and then the pool house blew up. Okay. With the mother and the sister in it, right? But the sister had, like I said, the mother and the sister was, the sisters were talking. So I guess that's how the lady worked her way into the house, right? And then, hold on, And then and then after her mother died, they sent her into like some facility or something. And they finally let her out of facility to come back home. And when she came back home, she was brought to the fact that this woman was now with her dad or whatever. Okay. So after taking care of her mother and all this stuff and leaving her mother out in the cold and everything like this, and those chain of events, the boyfriend or the boy that liked her was telling him, I seen what happened that night or whatever. And when he was telling her he seen what happened that night, the mother came and interrupted and was like, now go on out of here or whatever. And matter of fact, you don't have to deliver, because it's like a boating town. And she was like, you don't have to deliver groceries here no more. No, she was like, go on and get out of here. Don't you need to get back to work? So when they went into town later on, they saw him. She snuck in the back room and asked him, what did he mean when he said he seen what happened? And then he was like, not here. I can't talk to you about it here. And the mother went in the back room of the store. And she's like, what are you doing back here? And she was like, you know what? She was like, let's just go. I was looking for you. It's time for us to go or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay, here I come. And she was like, oh, and just so you know, she told the boy, you don't have to bring groceries to the house no more. That's going to be my job now. Okay, and so later on that night, the boy ended up being found. The next day, the boy ended up being found. Now the girl was supposed to go meet him somewhere at a secret location. Okay. And that's the funny thing, because I've been in my house for the past 24, something about the ER. Somebody could be in the ER. Now, when she okay. And matter of fact, this make me think about somebody sent me a song yesterday or the day before that says somewhere only we know. So this could be with ER being right here at 9:10. I think they were supposed to meet around 9 or something like this, 9 or 10 o'clock. Some death could have happened here. Okay. Some death, or somebody could have did an attempted murder here. Somebody sent me that song, Only Somewhere We Know. Okay, so this is very, I mean, like I said, I'm the one in the bubble, right? In the glass jar that has to really tap into my inner light in order to see what's going on. They can never fully detach me from what's mine. Okay, so the way that I'm channeling, the way that again, the type of oracle I am, I feel like it's easier when I am in the loop, but it could drain me a lot if I'm not, and I have to really go within and pull. Okay. So mind you, I haven't been anywhere. So if somebody is in this condition, I feel like I feel like this is something that these people do over and over again. Crimes, and since I'm not in the loop, they go and make false accusations like we seen here, false reports or something like this. So somebody could be blaming deaths on you and you didn't even know these people died. You know, it's something like this where people are putting their nine of wands or 10 of wands on somebody else's back. So anyways, it's something about somebody's back, like again, building on somebody's back, hurting someone, somebody's back could be broken. Something could have happened here, okay? Somebody could be paralyzed. It's something like this, okay? So she was waiting for the boy or whatever, or she was supposed to meet the boy, but she didn't go meet him, okay? And a police officer came over to her and was like, yeah, you were supposed to meet him or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I was supposed to and I didn't get to. And she was like, it seemed like he must have been on a boat. He fell, broke his back or something, and this, or whatever. Okay, so she was like, it have to be this stepmother because she did this, and that, and whoop de whoop. But again, since this girl had already been known by these people in the town that she was in a mental institution. So that's where me and this person separate, because the girl in the movie's name is Anna, and that's my half sister's name. Okay. So, but some of the things that happen in the movie remind me of exact conversations with my dad, right? But I don't have mental illness. I've never been diagnosed with mental illness. That's not a problem for me. But my stepmother's oldest daughter, they could have diagnosed her, the one that in my house, in my story, allegedly burned down the kitchen at the house. I wasn't living there at the time, but I found out through my dad that she burned down the kitchen or whatever. She was doing something, maybe she was angry or something, she burned down the kitchen. Okay, so that I look at the feminine energy, this sister Lisa, as mentally ill. Okay, and then I've seen a sinister, I don't know, and I've seen a sinister approach to my half sister Anna, but it's on a level where her mother always wanted some type of profession out of her. She went to school to be a doctor. So again, like I said, if this person did do something wrong, it would be like these people try to cover up and put it on me. Okay? So I wouldn't say that this sister Anna is mentally ill, but I could say that she has a very sinister side to herself. It was one part in that movie when the one was trying to get in the room, chasing her and her sister down in the house, and she smashed the woman's hand in the door. And it brought back the memory of when I knew that this little sister was kind of sinister. I was watching her, okay? And my daughter was always really docile compared to her. I always knew she was going to grow up to be one of those people that could probably try to eat up other people around her to get her way in the world, okay? It was just detrimental for her mother, for her to become something. It wasn't really for her old children that she already had. Me, none of that. Everything was supposed to go to this daughter. She had everything, horseback riding, ballerina classes, everything was drawn out for this daughter, okay? So she was kind of spoiled and kind of narcissistic, okay? So, and I remember walking past the room and my daughter was like, ow, ow, or whatever like this. And I'm like, what's going on? And I seen my little sister holding the door and pulling it on on my daughter's fingers. And she was like, oh, something, I was just, and I'm like, no, your ass was just squeezing her fucking hand in the door. And I'm like, going on in there, leave the door open or whatever. It's like little shit that I would see like that, okay, that was concerning to me. All right. So it's really a trippy fucking watch. I think it's called the but I feel like people already been through my Akashic. They know what I'm gonna do. They know that I am a media reader, okay? So I pick up on shit in movies in the background, stuff that's going on, and I can pick up different twists and plot twists and shit like that. It's just the way my mind works. So I could attest to the energy of this daughter somewhat, but it's almost like a merging though. Like even the relationship, because at the end they found out that she was speaking to the sister, but the sister had been dead. Okay, so the mother was already, saying we'll send you back to that place. So that's what I feel like in here. This snake energy is saying we'll call you a whistleblower and put you back on the blacklist. We'll remove your wings. We'll do this and that if you start speaking the truth about me blowing up some shit with this TNT. It's kind of because again, it's what we're looking at is like fantasy projection. These could be pop quizzes that these people are trying to test my mental, but whatever it is going on, it's occurring. Even if people are in metaverse or something or plugged into something like that, it's still something that is you can't quite call it fantasy, but it's kind of like reality at the same time. So this shit, you got to be real careful if you're a targeted individual where somebody's trying to take your life or your livelihood or something that belongs to you, because it's very easy for people to take this out of context, or sometimes they should. And then try to use this as a means to call you crazy. But there's thousands and thousands and thousands of tarot readers online that have a certain way of doing their work, and they would have to arrest all these people, or they would have to put them all in a mental facility. So I feel like if somebody is trying to use your work here, this already proves that these people have been targeting you, and there's some reason, right, that they want to choose you out of all the readers, especially some that might be having a hold of many more people's mental, as to why they want you to stop doing what you're doing. So it's all separating the fact from the fiction and all this kind of shit. But it's putting a narrative together for me being an interdimensional being and realizing that I have been locked out of a whole new world or a mind frame that was supposed to be something that was born and bred into me. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to really be careful in this new age moving forward with this technology and stuff like this, because it's really easy for people to try to, block you or rid themselves of you. Okay? This is currently going on. Whether this is just a test or this is what the fuck is going on, this is here. Okay? So I don't know how to explain it any better than that. But all those things help me, because I feel like there's a little bit of me in all this shit. But it's just, I'm figuring out this part. My cards bring another level to the movie, because I told y'all I had already done my spread before I watched this movie. And when I was watching it, I had to stop the fucking movie and come in here and look at my cards and say, am I seeing what the fuck I'm seeing? This is this movie right here. So whether some of us are, AI, or you are something, this is still something here. Not to be played with, because even if somebody is cyborg or something like this, it's still not nice to do. There will still be some room to make some kind of rules here to go against with messing with people's psyche, whoever they are on this level. Do you understand what I'm saying? This could be why somebody created chips, or why they created this stuff here, so that they can try to create new narratives, check you out of real life, while these people signing documents that belong for properties and businesses and money and stuff that's supposed to be now being inherited by the children. It's something weird like this going on, whether this is through meta or something tech or in real life. Okay? So I'm not going to get too far away. And like I said, all the whole parts of the movie don't match up, but it's certain key pointers in there that make it very personal. Okay? So she had already previewed this death of this boy, because the night before he was in her room as a ghost, and he was trying to tell her something. He snuck in the room, okay? And he was kissing on her and everything like this, and then he turned into like a creature or whatever. Like his back was all bent, and he was walking across the room. And so she told her sister, like, oh my goodness. She was like, something is weird, something is off, you know. And she was like, no, they found him, he dead or whatever like this. She was like, no, he was in my room last night. And she showed her arms, and she had bruises on her arms, okay? So again, this could even have something to do with, I was picking up, what I was picking up right from that in the real time right now is that somebody could have, and I'm not gonna say a ghost, but somebody could have been no energy, okay? I know it's gonna sound weird, lately. And there might be some markings or something that's left behind from this person so-called visiting. And I don't even know what that means just yet, okay? So there's parts in the movie where the mother did catch up to, the mother did pull out a knife. The stepmother, or the woman that wanted to marry the dad, she did pull out a knife and aim it at her because she dropped a roast on the floor. She did. when the two sisters thought that they was in danger, okay, because they found like a piece of jewelry from a woman passed away like 10 years ago or something. They found this jewelry on this woman, and they were going to take it to the police. Excuse me. And when she got to the police station, they didn't show this like a vision or nothing. It's like really happened in a dream. I mean, what really happened in the movie. So she thought she was in danger from the woman or whatever, that, you know, there was entities coming to her saying that you're next or whatever. And so she went and got the pearl necklace or whatever that was distinct to the pearl necklace to the other woman that had passed away. And she took this fucking necklace to the police, okay? And the police officer was acting all crazy, like he didn't know what was going on. And she was like, yeah, you know, the lady that passed away. He was like, you know what? I think I do remember that case. And he was like, you know what? You just wait right here and get you a little nap. And she wasn't acting erratic or nothing. She wasn't acting erratic or nothing. She was just telling him the story. He was like, just sit here and rest or whatever. I'm going to go check this out or whatever. I'm going to go down to the house. Okay? Now, y'all know in most movies, when somebody say that, the person usually go back to the house, right? And then they get into a squabble with the person and they end up dying, right? They end up dying or something, or getting hurt and laying there bleeding out or something like this until somebody else come in the house. All right? But in this movie, the police officer came back to the police station where she was sleeping at, because it was a small town, and he had the woman with her, and they held her down and they gave her a shot of some kind of something to because the lady used to be a nurse. They gave her something that would paralyze her, okay? All right, so they gave her something that would paralyze her, and then she took her home and she gave her this whole thing like, I always wanted a real daughter or whatever, and you making this hard for me. And she started undressing her and putting a nightgown on her and tucked her in bed and stuff like this. But the whole time she was paralyzed, right? So she really couldn't do anything. And so I don't know, it's making me think about this, like maybe even, look, we got thief with the robbed, loss, theft, physical or emotional, okay? So again, this is also what I'm talking about with this theft that's physical or emotional, where people put somebody through turmoil or trauma, whether it be mental, physical, AI, or something like this, something that's thrown at you, okay? They hope that you don't know how to keep your composure and make your way through whatever this is and figure out fact and fiction, right? So what I'm saying about this energy is that somebody could be an energy harvester, okay? What I say about those third-party situations that they're creating, because this is being created. These people are using this some kind of way to deter or to block or to do something with people's mental, okay? So this is what I'm talking about, energy harvesting. What laws and what rules are are being used to monitor this type of theft, okay? Because this is your, like, most of the time, this is some, I'm hearing maybe you're born with it, maybe it's Maybelline, okay? So people are trying to keep people in type of commitments, or trying to keep strings attached to people so they can harvest their energy and use it for something else, or treat these people like shit or whatever, and do whatever they want to do. And I don't know, it's something like this here. This could be what metaverse is all about, because nobody really talks about it public. It's almost like it's a secret. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So again, that's enough about that part. So like I said, at the end, when it made it seem like the daughter had just killed the wife out of a psychotic episode, and the father looked pleased with it. Almost like he got the daughter to do what. Now, again, remember, in this day and age, this could be like somebody could have, because she killed her with a knife. So this could be somebody got trapped into a relationship or something like this with a witch or a weaver or a spiritualist or something like this. All right. And this could be somebody that set their daughter down. You know, like the Taurus, they could have not let her have her full power and potential. They could have turned Sekhmet into Basset, into a little cat. Okay. That's an identity swap too, because I know for a fact that they're two different entities. Okay. So now the father finds himself trapped with this woman, and she become a powerful weaver. But it's not a medicine woman or a medicine man. This is a witch, a pagan, somebody that deals with some kind of shit that you don't know nothing about. Okay. And now the father is crying out, or his energy is pulling on the daughter. Okay. So this could be a King of Wands energy that only thinks with his wand, or something like this, right? Whether it's his magic wand or his, you know, his, because we look at the wand as like a beating tool, like somebody bam, 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 like trying to get your attention by sending, you know, direct, indirect, cyber warfare, physical, spiritual warfare towards you to get your attention. Because I got that song too, Bam Bam, like somebody trying to hit me upside my head and get my attention. And I woke up this rising with a headache, right? So this person could be wanting me to help him get out of something now that he noticed something that I already told. Because it's almost like in that movie, she was like, oh, you just only hear what you want to hear, because she got you wrapped around her finger or something like this or whatever, right? So I don't know. Maybe somebody is a newlywed. Maybe somebody faked they death and now they on the other side with this person and they can't take it. I don't know what this is, but I feel like somebody could have really died, or there's something about a death here, whether it's a fake one or not, or if it's paper genocide or not. Okay. And then it's almost like to call the daughter to get involved and speak on it. But both of these people plan is to trap the daughter, you know what I'm saying, into some type of mental, why am my fucking tongue? The thing could be, the ultimate thing could be for both of these people to try to trap the daughter into something, because that was the threat. She was like, yeah, we've been seeing that you've been a little jumpy lately. You know, I talked to your dad about it and we're thinking about, yeah. And she was like, you're thinking about what? And she's like, you know, you might have to go back there because we know that you had these problems. You know, it's that kind of shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Where I guess at the end of the movie, it was supposed to make it seem like the girl was just crazy. The lady was really nice and she wasn't on nothing. But that's not true. That's not true in this storyline of my past. And that's not true in this storyline right now. Okay? Of what these people are trying to do mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, or whatever. Okay? All right? And even the dad was covering up. Talking about, oh, the wife, she changed her name 3 years ago because she was with an abusive man or something like this. All right? And that's the only reason why. But I really don't feel like that's the only reason why. I feel like if you really look hindsight, the real reason why was because she did have something. Because when the girl went back to the mental illness program at the end, the girl that was upset about her leaving, her name was the name of the woman that allegedly killed her children like 10 years prior to. Okay? Her name was I think it was like Perry or something. But her name was the name of the woman that was supposed to be. But it was like a twist like that. Okay? So it made me think about, I don't know, it made me think about cloning. Because she kept finding she kept finding dead bodies in bags. She kept on finding like bags were moving in the movie. And one time it was a dead girl in there. And the next time it was like some dead stuff in there. So it's like I don't know, it has something to do with a garbage company. Like whoever these people are really haughty because it's like they can clone people and get rid of the regular parts. Look at this right here. See, don't just look like, I mean, it looked like just like something like Indians would have built or something. But if you think about it, this look like the landfill back here. These bones and stuff like this, then this look like the landfill. So that's why I'm saying somebody could be using something like that to dispose of these bodies. And that's why these people have been very haughty here. And I'm saying that causing these types of death could be a serial killer. Somebody that scratches out your memories and everything, steal all your assets. Again, if you AI or an original, right? And for the past 13 years that this company has been under somebody else's thumb or something like this, some people could be doing this. Now, I mean, is anybody aware? I don't know. I wouldn't know who to protect and who to tell on. So whatever I'm saying is clear, free. I don't have no dog in this fight, right? But the fact that there's a narrative that's going on that's trying to control people's lives, and I'm going to make sure that that I ain't got no parts in that shit, because I don't. All right? So I'm just clearly a seer. That's just it. All right? So again, this is what was all coming to me, because sometimes when I'm watching a movie, Source will show me flashes in my brain about what the fuck it really is. Okay? So like I said, somebody could be dismantling or getting rid of bodies at the landfill or something. Okay? Because supposedly supposedly in the dream she was knocked out with the drugs that the stepmother or the lady gave her. She was going in the room trying to save her sister or something, and the lady ended up drugging her. The last thing she saw before she went to sleep was her sister telling her shh, standing behind the lady, because she had left her sister there drugged and hurt in another room where she thought she did, while she ran to the police. The sister was like, you got to go to the police. You got to go. I'll be here when you get back. It's almost like the sister was already dead, but she was leading her through this. Okay? So she ended up going to, so when they brought her back drugged and everything like that, her sister had already been laid out drugged in her room. And then she got up, and the last thing she saw was her sister coming up behind the lady before her eyes closed, and she fell asleep from the drugs. Now, when she woke up, she followed a trail of blood out to the house. And it's so weird because the front of the house, the close shots that they was giving of the front of the house and the back shots of the house that they were showing, it looked just like my dad's wife's old house. Okay? It looked just like my dad's wife's old house. Okay? And there was a big dumpster back there, kind of like one of those ones you would find at a professional place with the flap on the top, the big wide load ones, or commercial like truck trash can. And when she opened it up, she was scared because she thought she was gonna see her sister in there, but it was really the lady in there. Okay, and the sister walked up to her, but this, now mind you, the sister is supposed to be a ghost, right? And the sister walked up behind her, and she was like, I had to do it. And she's like, oh my God, what did you do? And then she was like, oh my God, what did you do? And she was like, I had to do it. She was about to kill you. So she walked up to the girl that's supposed to be mentally ill, walked up to her sister and gave her a hug, and she took the knife from her. She's like, oh my God, what did you do? And it's funny because as soon as they sit in the driveway, the dad pulled up. And the dad get out the car like, what's going on? And she's like, the dad get out the car and he like, what's going on or whatever? And she's like, yeah. And she held her sister's hand tight. And she was like, we, this and that or whatever. And we had to defend ourselves because she was going to do. And he's like, what are you even saying? And then she's like, me and, the sister's name or whatever. He's like, what are you, do you hear what you're saying? The sister has been dead for a year. She died in that fire with your mom. And then she's like, what? And then it kind of like stopped on her and froze her. And she kind of looked like she was shocked about it or whatever, like this, okay? And the sister was backing away from the girl. The sister was backing away from the girl real silently, like, aha. And so that's the tripped out, because if you seen how close these girls was in the movie, it's like, whoa, it's actually the sister that killed, the sister that would have been dead in the fire is the one that killed the mom and herself. Because when she slammed the pool room door, the candle fell on the ground, and that's what started the fire. But it could be kind of a chain reaction, because I think the girl was getting either water or gasoline. She was either getting water or gasoline out of, I'm thinking it must have been gasoline. I don't know. Because when she was walking up the hill, the sister was like, where you going? She was like, this is not our house anymore. So I don't know if she was about to flip out and burn down the house, but she just didn't make it. But I'm thinking it must have been gasoline. That's just my opinion as to what it was, okay? But she never made it to the house. She dropped the bucket or whatever, okay? So it's something about this movie. I feel like the ending was dope, okay? So let's keep moving. But I feel like all this has something to do with some setups and all this, in a father possibly mentally using drugs or something, or having a child take stimulants or something like this to invoke a mental breakdown. It's almost giving me Empire, when Cookie said that Miss Du Bois or whatever, Miss Du Bois or whatever, was giving her son those mental hallucination inducing drugs, okay? Like I said, somebody can be having you under some secret care or hospice care, and they could be doing some shit like this to you as well, okay? That's why I'm saying we're dealing with the age where there are these dark groups or these other groups that are in the background, okay? And that's just it. And they mad at God in some of these groups, okay? And, you know, some of these groups have their own just different agendas. Some of these are just small agendas from your hometown where karmics have been living there for 20, 30, 40 years, okay? They've been stuck in a town, so they had to figure out a way to something, and now they're all riled up about something. You know, that's what could create this wolves kind of mentality. They don't have no choice but to level up, get real smart in technology, and get close to people in the courthouse. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all seen them. You seen people build these types of, you know, groups or clubs or something, or societies throughout the test of time, okay? All right? So this is nothing new. We just trying to, I just like to talk about things on many different levels here. So many different people, depending on whatever thing you involved in, whether it's tech, AI, on the streets, other kind of in the government, just these regular people that might be not even aware of what the fuck is going on. Just talk about it on that level. All right? So again, I feel like this whole thing could have happened here. There was a murder or a death a long time ago, and I feel like somebody decided to place it on this tourist's daughter. But this was the most honest person out of the whole deck right here. Also, I'm hearing that some of us, there's two, okay? Somebody could have a clone, or somebody could have a lookalike or a doppelganger, okay? And this person could have been doing this stuff, okay? And pinning it on you all this time, because you may be gifted on the inside, but these people deal with technology or other base or drugs or something that could take them higher, or they might have gifts too, you know, that they activating. But I feel like they could have been working with a secret group or something to militarize or weaponize human beings, okay? So they could have had some kind of training. So maybe some of these higher ups have a likeness to them because they keep some kind of code, right? And they owe some kind of homage to these people by putting them on or taking them through these NASA whatever these training programs or something like this that they have been doing. These people could have been secretly bringing people out of communities and bringing them into these type of communities or something for the past 20 years or 40 years in order to fight this battle against God at the end times, okay? Because we got to say that, I mean, if anything, there is an Armageddon energy here, okay? It's also giving me a little bit of Timon and Pumbaa energy with Simba when he was out of Pride Rock. So, you know, he would have been lost in the wind. He didn't know nothing about what was going on back home, you know, unless Nyla found him and told him what was going on, okay? So we have, yeah, whoever this thief is, we have the giveaway dance here. So somebody could have done something. This could be Native American cultures here. There could be a couple of people that could be deeper in the Native American cultures, and you thought that they was Mexican, or you thought that they was Arabic, or you thought they was even what was that on that map the other day? Armenian, or people could be some nationalities that are closer tied, or they feel are closer tied, and maybe due to because of the caste system and skin color, they would rather take. Maybe they didn't have no choice back in the day, right? So these could be tribes talking about let us cut them off from being a nation. So these tribal affairs or nations could be blocking me out, all right, from being a part of whatever this is, okay? Because they could have chose somebody else that was more light skinned or something. This could be about colorism here. All right. It could be about more things than this too. But, you know, it's like if these energies can communicate with someone that don't even really watch TV and don't even do these things, then why wouldn't they be able to, you know, it's something like this. I don't know. It's something like a secret. But this is prophetic here. This is prophetic to get rid of a certain group out of the Bible. And, you know, these could be real American gods here. These could be people where your energy don't die. So they had to figure out a way to get rid of you some other kind of way by creating an alternative narrative or universe, okay, to do so. People will have to sign up or exit their lives to sign up for this mission, something like that. So we have a joint effort of 3, okay? So we got Walrus or Jairus or Javar, somebody like this, okay? And then we got these 2 people in these boats, okay? But this was a joint effort to steal something from someone. My original Taurus could have joined one of these groups or these cults a long time ago with my best friend. They could have, you know, while we still was in a union, okay? They could have formed something out of wedlock, okay? I don't know. This could be anybody's story, but this is what I feel like they did. They tried to clone my life and make a parallel. Like, you thought it was good enough to want to have to mock it. So why am I not good enough for you to work with? I feel like the power is invested in me. I'm the anointed one. I'm the one with the blood running through my veins. Why would they go so hard in the mud to try to keep, or hard in the paint to try to keep me out of something? That's something very curious to me. All right. So we have a Maiden of Blades here in the reverse. Okay. This could be like a warrior-esque woman. All right. That was able to use their blade to cut people or cut people off or something. All right. And maybe this is not the thing anymore. Okay. These people may not like the way I talk about the fact that the autochthonous one is different than the Native American. And some of these autochthonous ones was here first, or they was here. It ain't some. Autochthonous means the earliest. So they was here first. And I feel like that's when I lost the blessing, because some of these people too, you may be people that came from these tribes and you was plopped in a family in the hood somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then you was supposed to come back. But instead of you coming back, they chose somebody else or something like this. I'm saying at 3 or 6 years old is when they probably do these swaps or these giveaway dances where they give these children away or something like this. All right. Because, you know, during all this movement, we heard a little tiny bit of the Native American movement. You know, the little pictures that they were showing of somebody being rude to a Native American man at one of these rallies or something. But you really don't hear what they saying. You really don't hear what the underworld saying. In some way, they're all connected in the circle of life, but they don't have a long time ago. Because I was already addicted to, hold on.